Have you ever seen what happens when stupidity punches the clock at work? Today we're starting at level 1, which is all about those small, funny mistakes, and working our way up to level 100, where you're left thinking, how on earth is this person not fired? Stick around, because as the levels go up, things get worse. Let's start with level 100. Here we're talking about those cases that are just pure dumb. First up, we have two workers. Yeah, two brains together who still didn't see the obvious disaster coming. The craziest part? One of them was already filming, probably because they knew this was gonna end in chaos. And it did. The impact was as predictable as it was hilarious. Next we've got the Sandmaster. This guy forgot to flip the dump truck before trying to back it into place. Result? A simple job turned into more work for him. Then there's the rookie who got roasted by the older guys at the company, who were showing him how to use the machine.
You can get a kick off, is it? That's what's wrong, he's no faster than that. Whoa!
One mistake and one fall he'll never forget. Speaking of roasting a coworker, this guy decided to cool off his boss. Spoiler, he soaked not just the coworker, but his own resume too, and who hasn't tried measuring something like this at home? It's obvious it's not going to work. We just don't expect professionals to do this too. And the Genius Award for level 100 goes to this guy. How did he not notice the ladder was in the way? If you've been laughing so far, take a deep breath, because now the chaos starts to get real. At level 90, the mistakes start to hurt in the wallet. But for now, everyone got off easy. This guy's a prime example of this level. He left the tire inflating with no one watching. When it popped, it sounded like a bomb. Luckily, he was far enough away, but imagine the shock. Then there's this guy who only got a reminder to pay attention to what he's doing. Now let's talk about that classic everything went wrong, but it's okay moment. Honestly, I'm not sure whose mistake this was. A truck that was supposed to help ended up sinking too. Now we've got two machines stuck. Good job, team. These cranes almost turned into submarines when they forgot to unhook the boat properly. To wrap up level 90, two brilliant attempts at solving problems that ended exactly how you'd expect, with more problems. Here's another genius at work. Well, I hope he has a plan for getting out of that situation. Maybe he can team up with this other guy who did exactly the same thing. You might think this is still light, but wait, what happens at level 60 is going to leave you speechless. But before that, let's go to level 80, where things start to go a little off the rails. And of course, we had to include this guy who ended up cutting the underground cable and caused a huge power outage in the neighborhood. Honestly, I don't know who's the bigger genius in this video, the driver who let the truck fall into the hole, or the other guy smacking the wheel with a branch. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now this guy was really lucky nothing worse happened. This worker nearly got crushed by a tree he was chopping down himself. Mental note, don't stand in the fall zone. This guy proved that being faster isn't always the best option. He trusted the rush and paid the price for it. Now at level 70, we're seeing the perfect mix of confidence and zero common sense. This one's a classic case of blind trust. Two tractors trying to help each other, nearly causing an even bigger accident. They had just fixed one problem, but ended up finding a much worse one. Here, you'd expect 3 brains to make sure a disaster happens, right? But on that day, even if you put all 3 together, you wouldn't get a single brain. This guy was sure he had come up with a brilliant idea, but soon after, he realized the huge mistake he'd made. Now, this group went in with all the confidence they had. Too bad they didn't have enough strength to finish climbing the wall. Entering level 60, you can almost smell the disaster in the air. This genius had one job: get the concrete off the ground. Now he's got to add fix the house's wall to his to-do list.
The new guy. 20 bucks. Money. No good operator.
I think these guys were trying to figure out how to finish the job faster.
For the new guy. 20 bucks? No, too much money. He's no good operator.
In the end, they got it done. Now they just have to head home. But this tow truck here gave a whole new meaning to the word loss. At least it ended up gaining more customers. These two managed to avoid the ocean bath, but the luggage left behind a major mess. Now, this video, no words can describe it. We can only feel sorry for that TV. I hope this guy's boss was in a good mood that day. What this guy did, it hurts the wallet just to watch. Looks like those ropes were useless. Oh, and speaking of painful losses, a drinks truck turned into a source of waste because the driver sped up without securing the load properly. Let's have a moment of silence for the lost beer. From here on out, put your helmet on because we're entering the danger zone, and that's why this guy is the one for level 50. Why? You'll see soon. He's 2 floors up, just standing on a column. Let's see how he plans to get out of there. This guy here is a danger to both himself and his coworkers. these two, they literally dug their own hole since there's no ground left for them to stand on. These guys really played with fire when they broke those underground wires during the rain. Luckily, everyone had time to run, but these other folks, they probably went to work already thinking about the sick leave they'd get. Level 30 was specially chosen for them. At level 40, stupidity hit hard and brought some serious losses. Here, the line between a loss and a tragedy was dangerously close. If that container had hit someone, it would have been a huge problem for this guy. This truck driver gave a master class on how not to make turns. He tried taking a sharp turn with a huge trailer and caused a massive mess trying to make it. Besides causing traffic, he could have hit the two motorcycles that passed just seconds before. Real danger. Then this woman thought it would be a great idea to put a glass shelf to hold the elevator door. The elevator even gave her a chance to rethink, but she insisted and ended up with a big loss. At this port, gravity decided to get involved and almost caused a huge accident at the company.
Oh, भाई साहब.
Now entering level 30, it's mistake after mistake, no brakes. This guy seems to have forgotten a basic concept of physics. Hot object plus cold water equals guaranteed explosion. He could have ended up in the hospital because of this. This guy's definitely going to pay more attention to where he's going next time. For sure, next time this guy will think twice about where that part might fall before starting to weld. Now, this guy was really lucky that wrench didn't hit him. But the ceiling can't say the same. Have you ever stopped to imagine what safari guides go through? Check this one out. That stare from the lioness would have had me running for my life. Watching this video, the first question that comes to mind is, how did he think this would turn out any differently? Now, if level 30 was like that, you definitely don't want to miss what level 1 has in store. It's absolutely insane. But before that, let's hit level 20, where things really start going south for our workers, like this guy who just got to the job site and fell into a hole. Starting the day like that definitely makes you wonder how it's going to end. Seems like this guy had a feeling about what was coming. But thankfully he got his face out of the way. This guy never imagined he'd be the one causing his own sick leave. Now things are getting real scary. No one got hurt, but the accident was pretty ugly.
Abi o dayanır mı
But hold on, what's coming next is even more intense. At level 10, we've got the most dangerous workers, and we wouldn't blame anyone for firing them on their first day. Like this guy who fell flat on his face trying to open a room in this house.
Het gefilmd. Ik zei het toch? Risicootje, waar is het?
These guys, they created a scene that would give any boss nightmares. And these guys decided to play bowling with a log. Of course, that ended badly. Guess who the bowling pin was? The cameraman himself. This truck started leaking out of nowhere. Luckily, everyone nearby had time to run and get out of the way. Finally, we've made it to level 1. This is where the fun ends, and stupidity nearly turns into something much worse. Like this case, where one guy got distracted while holding the ladder and caused a terrible accident. The other worker didn't get seriously injured, but neither of them will ever forget that fall. This guy almost caused an accident twice at the same time. Now, both with the tractor and with the wheel that flew off. Then there's this guy who forgot to properly secure his safety equipment, resulting in a bizarre fall. Now, the winner of level 1 and all the levels in this video goes to this guy. He slammed the forklift into one of the shelves in the warehouse and set off a domino effect. In a matter of seconds, all the surrounding shelves came crashing down on him. This happened in Russia, and the guy wasn't seriously hurt.